Hello and welcome back to the Rainbow Library. Today is April 20th and I'm bringing you another current reads video. So to start off with, I finished reading a few issues of the comic Spawn last night. I had actually never read it before and I started over the weekend with issue 291 and I made my way up through 299 is the next one that I'm going to be reading. I actually found that 291 was a really good jumping on point. Of course, some of the details were a little bit fuzzy at first, but things started to make more sense. And I really enjoy this story and the character of Spawn a lot. And I'm looking forward to reading more of that and actually getting caught up to where the series currently is, which is I think like 316 or 317. So it's kind of a lot to read, but for me it's definitely worth it because I'm enjoying it a lot so far. So that's what I have most recently finished. So what I'm currently reading is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is basically about a cafe where you can travel to the past, but you have to be back before your coffee gets cold, hence the title. I am like maybe 100 pages into this. It's okay so far. The translation feels a little bit clunky to me. I don't mean to imply that translation is easy by any means, of course. I just think that it could have been translated a little bit more smoothly from Japanese to English. The characters are fine. I don't really feel like I have a good understanding of them or who they are. And sometimes they do things and I just get so annoyed. I'm like, why would you ever even do that? But the story is interesting. And I'm looking forward to discussing that with my friend for our book club. So I'm going to finish that one for sure. And what I'm going to be starting soon is this anthology, which has a bunch of different authors in it, and the title is Kink, and it's a short story collection, and I really don't know a lot about the individual stories in here. It has some good authors. We have Roxanne Gay, Alexander Chi, Brandon Taylor, R.O. Kwon, Garth Greenwell, Carmen Maria Machado, so there are some pretty recognizable names in this collection, and from my understanding, all of the stories deal with obviously kink in some way. So I find that really interesting and I'm definitely looking forward to giving this a shot. Another thing coming up on my TBR is volume 1 of the graphic novel Rose, which is by Meredith Finch and illustrated by Guara. So here's the cover of that one. I genuinely truly know nothing about this. I just saw the cover at my library and I thought it looked really fun and interesting. So yeah, I've had good luck doing that so far because it led me to pick up Invisible Kingdom Volume 1 and also Self-Made, both of which I enjoyed. Oh, and also Space Boy by Stephen McCraney, which I've enjoyed a lot. So I've had good luck just kind of picking graphic novels based on the cover so far. So those are the things that I'm currently reading and going to begin reading soon. Not that I usually talk about movies on this channel, but a little update for what I've been watching recently. I've been watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. So I watched, I had already seen the first one, the original from 1974. I watched the second and third ones in the original trilogy. I watched the 2003 remake, and I also watched the prequel of the 2003 remake, which came out in 2006. And I'm going to watch Texas Chainsaw 3D in the next couple of days or so, which is the one with Trey Songz in it. Which, honestly, I'm not mad at it. Like, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say if he's actually a decent actor or not. But he is not bad to look at. Anyways, and I also picked this up from my library. I'm not going to show the case because I don't want to give away my location, but I also picked up Horror Noire, A History of Black Horror, which is a documentary about Black representation in the horror genre, which I'm really interested to watch because I think I've seen some of the more prominent names in Black horror. Like, I've definitely seen Get Out, which is one of my favorite films of all time. I've seen Ganja and Hess, which is a classic, as well as Candyman from either late 90s or early 2000s. So I've definitely enjoyed all of those, and I would love more recommendations. So I'm hoping to get that from this documentary. Because horror is one of my favorite genres, and the only thing that I often don't like is how lacking in diversity it is. So there's just a quick little update for you. Not that anyone asked for it, but I kind of just felt like talking about it. So anyways, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. And this video is going to be a nightmare to edit.